Welcome back, wonderful world of dodgy movies, with me, your host, movie and TV Mistress. So, like I said last week, this week we're doing Jeffery Coombs. If you're not aware of who Jeffery Coombs is, don't worry. He's kind of a character actor. He turns up in a lot of things. The most famous thing I'd seen him in that was mainstream was Frighteners, but a lot of people will know him from RE-ANIMATOR. He did a lot of H.P. Lovecraft stories. He even worked with Mark Hamill and played a character called Dr. East, which was a reference to Dr. West from RE-ANIMATOR in a film called Guy from Mutronics. I'm not reviewing that one. I'm reviewing something that when I was a small child, my dad rented and let my brother and I watch with him one night. And I will be honest, it kind of gave me nightmares as a kid. It's another monster movie, strangely. So this is Cellar Dweller.
Are you trying to say to me that a monster you drew just stepped off the page and devoured Amanda and Norman?
To contemplate evil is to ask evil home.
So, the plot of this film is that a comic book artist, played by Jeffery Coombs at the start, got hold of the Necronomicon. You know, that book from Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2 and pretty much any H.P. Lovecraft story as well. So he got hold of the Necronomicon and used some magic words that were in this book in the writing of his comic about a monster with a circle and a star, upside down star on its chest, and the comic is called Cellar Dweller. So, title right there in the comic. Right? So, the movie starts with comic book artist using magic in his comic, not realizing that the magic in the Necronomicon is real, and that whatever he draws comes to be, including the monster. Jump forward to 1986, and now his building is an art retreat run by Yvonne De Carlo. You're going, who's Yvonne De Carlo, right? Did you never watch The Munsters? She's Herman Munster's wife, as Lily Munster from The Munsters. Very beautiful, stunning, influenced Elvira and was influenced by that lady from Plan 9 from Outer Space that also influenced Elvira. Look, goth chicks, kick ass. Yvonne De Carlo is not happy about this new female artist coming into the art retreat, doesn't agree with the board's decision to allow her in. And we get some very interesting scenes. She has a dream sequence where she sees Jeffery Coombs in the cellar chasing around a girl with an axe, because there's a myth that he killed a girl because a girl did die because of what he drew in the beginning of the movie. And whatever she draws when she's pissed off at certain people in... You know what? This is actually a really cool skill. She draws stuff to do with the people in the art retreat that have pissed her off. And just to put them into the comic. So there's a scene where one of the girls that she really hates is having a shower. And the monster turns up and kills her and eats her. It's one way to deal with your anger issues. You don't have to deal with it, just draw it. The monster will turn up and destroy them, you know. That's not bad. This film is very of its time. It's very 80s. It's a classic horror movie. It follows all the tropes. It has the gratuitous tit shots. I mean, they are just gratuitous. They're there for no reason. Who needed a shower sequence? It was the 80s. You always needed a shower sequence, and you needed a girl who would get her tits out. It's a very unknown horror film. I have written a blog on it before. It terrified me as a kid because I didn't understand that it was, you know, I was 6, so I wasn't fully aware of like monster movies and how they work, and that the fact that the monster wasn't real. I honestly thought that monster was going to come and get me when I was 6. The same way that I ran behind the sofa when Thriller came on because I was terrified of Michael Jackson. I was scared a lot. My brother, who's 2 years younger than me, didn't faze him. But as an adult watching it, it's not that scary. It's very short. It's very tame. There's really no gore. I mean, the biggest gore sequence, as I say, is right at the end with the eyeballs in the hand of the monster. The monster kind of reminds me of the monster in Big Trouble in Little China that is on the back of the lorry with Jack Burton on it. But as I say, it has this circle on its chest with an upside down star because, you know, it needs to have a devil star on it. So what does it teach you? Stop reading the Necronomicon, people. The Mummy has told you not to do it. Evil Dead has told you not to do it. Pretty much every H.P. Lovecraft movie has told you not to do it, which mostly stars Jeffrey Coombs. And this has told you not to do it. Stop messing with the Necronomicon. It is evil, and it will bring out evil, and you will die. Or nearly survive, and then later die. Or if you're Ash, you just chop off a hand and put a chainsaw on, you'll kick ass. Is it worth watching? If you like Jeffrey Coombs, I would say yes. But be aware, he is only at the start and in a dream sequence. So he's not in it for very long. So I know I keep bringing up other movies, but there's not really much I can say about Cellar Dweller. It's an 80s flick. It's short. It's a horror film, and the acting's... Look, apart from Von DeCarlo and Jeffrey Coombs, there's really no one of a big name in this. So next week, I'm going to look at something else. Haven't decided what yet, but it won't be Jeff related because we're into a new month. So that's the end of the Jeff stuff for this time. I will, as I say, come back to Jeff's and Jeffrey's at a later date because Jeffrey Coombs and Jeffrey Jones have a lot, and so does Jeff Goldblum. They have a lot of dodgy films in their back catalogue. And maybe even Jeff Daniels will come up next time, or Jeffrey Dean Morgan, or maybe even a director whose name is Jeff. Who knows? But for now, the Jeff stuff is over, and possibly I might do another monster film or another bad horror film. We don't know. So, hit that subscribe button. Comment way down there for me, you know, let me know what you're thinking. And like I've said before, be nice, thumbs up. If you don't like, I'm okay with a thumbs down, but constructive criticism, folks, constructive. Not just a thumbs down for no reason. Tell me why. Put it in the comment below. And remember, be careful what you watch, folks. There's a lot of dodgy films out there. Bye.